Salve a tutti, sono Almarok e benvenuti in un nuovo video. Oggi siamo qui per fare un'intervista a Tobias Kellgren, famoso per essere stato il batterista dei Dissection, dei Decameron, dei Soul Reaper, dei Wolf, dei Sacramentum e attualmente dei Ceremonial Death. Prima di iniziare ringrazio Tobias per la sua disponibilità, per aver accettato di essere nostro ospite. Vi lascio l'intervista e vi auguro buona visione. Nice to meet you.
Likewise, nice to meet you too.
Why you started to do music and what you started to do with metal music, talking about the beginning of your career.
Well, it's been a while, but I started playing drums when I was about 14 or 15 years old, maybe 1989, 1990, something like that. I started a garage band and then I have a metal band. And then in 1990, the beginning of 91, I think I met Johan Norman. He later became the guitar player of Dissection and later a Soul Reaper companion with my band Soul Reaper, played guitar there. So in 91 we made like a death metal trash-ish demos, which a year later, maybe 92, became a Decameron. So a couple of demos there, and became more into death metal. So we recorded an album with Decameron in 1994. It came out in 1995, if I'm correct, maybe 96. And we played a little. Later I became a member of Dissection in 95, I believe. Dissection, the guys in Dissection were friends of mine since a couple of years back. So we've been friends in Dissection since the beginning of the 90s, basically. So from 95 to 97, I did I did a couple of tours with Dissection. And it was a good times, really. Dissection split up, obvious reasons. And me and Johan Norman, we created a Soul Reaper because we wanted to play a sort of American death metal, but more melodic. And yeah, that's about it. We did two albums with Soul Reaper, and I did some other projects as well. I joined Wolf, a Swedish heavy metal band, in the maybe 2005, 2006, did a record with them and tours. And since then I done some small jobs here and there. I did a stand-in job for In Flames in 2005. So I did a tour with them together with Motörhead, about 5 weeks, I think. But that is almost 20 years ago. So, and I've been in a couple of different bands since then, but most importantly, in 2011, I quit playing drums, and I ended up maybe I didn't touch the drums for maybe 8 to 9 years until 2021, when opportunity came and I jumped into Sacramentum, and I played with them for a couple of years until about a year and a half ago. I split with the band. So here I am right now with a band called Ceremonial Death. So we play traditional Swedish death metal, and we've been done that for about 18 months. So we're preparing to record an album, and yeah, that's what I've been up to in a nutshell.
You talked about Dissection, talking about your experience with the band and how you remember to work with a metal legend like Jon Nordvint.
Well, to start with, as I said, the Dissection guys were friends of mine since before I become a member. So when they asked me to become a member, I was really happy to take the job because I've been a fan of Dissection before that, since 1990, since the first demo. So I was really honored, and it felt like a natural thing to join the band because we were already friends, you know. And by that time, Dissection had already did a couple of tours, and they released 2 albums. So I joined the band right. I think it was almost the same day as Storm of the Light Spain got released. So it felt natural and very cool, because in my imagination, a couple of years before that, I was really thinking having the idea already. What if the guys call me and want me to join the band? And they did. And so it was a good time, really good time. We did a couple of tours, and to play with Jon was exceptionally cool, because he was a very cool person and a very good musician, and really good songwriter, and go really good times in rehearsal place and private parties, and also on tours. So really great.
And why you leave from the band?
It was the summer of '97. We did the last gig. I think it was in Stuttgart. There is a gig. We did a Wacken Open Air Festival in '97, and that clip is on YouTube now, I think. So the last gig was the night after that in Stuttgart. I remember it was the last gig I did with Dissection. And after that, me and Johan, we started to work on material for Soul Reaper. Although Soul Reaper was just a project back then, it was parallel with Dissection. And eventually, me and Johan, we rehearsed more and more, and we tried to rehearse with Dissection, but that wasn't possible because Johan wasn't there really. Then later, Jon got imprisoned in I think it was in December '97 for the thing he did, and Dissection split up in late '97. It was a combination between Jon got imprisoned, and me and Johan wanted to create another band. So combination between those reasons, but mainly because Jon got imprisoned. If he didn't go to jail, maybe Dissection would have taken a different direction. But that is nobody knows, because it didn't happen.
You never talked about why he did what he did in 1997.
No, not really, because after Dissections, at least for me and Johan's part, split up, was maybe a month or two before he got imprisoned. So me and Johan already left Dissection before he got imprisoned. So I didn't have any contact with Jon during this time, and I've been talking to him on telephone maybe a couple of years before he died, while he was in prison. But other from that, I haven't spoken to Jon about the things at all, really.
What do you think about his death?
It doesn't matter what I think, really. He chose to do the things he did. But on my part, we were very good friends before Dissection split up. And what I think I really liked Jon before all of this shit happened. So it's personal, of course, personal. I feel sad about it in a way, of course, and very sad that a person like him disappeared from the music scene, because I think maybe he could have created a whole lot more really good material if he would be still alive. But I really miss his friendship before all the shit happened, and I'm sad he's gone. So yeah.
And about your work with Sacramentum?
Well, also with the Sacramentum, we were basically the same gang when we were in our 20s, when Sacramentum and Dissection played in the old days. We partied together, we lived together, we were really good friends. So it was natural for me to join Sacramentum because they asked me in 2020, I think it was, to join the band. Also, they are the reason why I began to play the drums again. So I'm very grateful for that. So what happened with Sacramentum? We recorded, and then the pandemic, the COVID happened. Sacramentum already planned tours and do a great many festival gigs in the summer of 2020, which of course for obvious reasons had to be cancelled. But we rehearsed and we recorded. We rehearsed and we rehearsed old material. And it wasn't until 2022 we began to play live. So 2022 was a lot of festivals. We did many shows in both Europe and States in festivals. And great time also with Sacramentum, old friends. And we chose to split 18 months ago, as I said. So, and I have contact with them, and I see they are still playing. So that's great.
And you talked about you have another band now. Can you talk about this?
Yeah, sure. Ceremonial Death. We have only 2 songs published on Spotify, but we have about 9 or 10 songs for to record an album. This is going to be done in early 2025, I believe. So the members of Ceremonial Death are me on drums, and Jonas and Robert. They play in another local band called Death Reich. But they have like this band as a side project, and this side project has been growing. So it started as a project, but now since the band is turning out pretty good, we are committed to follow through and make an album, and let's see what we do in 2025. We have Emma Rudolfsson, a female bass player. She was in Rune Magic before. And we have a new singer called Göran. He lived in North Sweden. He moved down here a couple of months ago. So we are a 5-piece band and committed to play traditional Swedish death metal. And I actually think we're pretty good.
About your project for 2024.
Yeah, to keep on playing, recording and playing. It's only a couple of months left, so start to develop my drum playing. And making more songs for Ceremonial Death and prepare the recording. Also, I've been very recently interested in recording and editing music, especially about microphones, and recording drums, and plan to publish, make a new channel on YouTube, and publish and do drum shit, and publish live material as well. So this is a pretty big personal project for me because there's a lot to learn. It's the technical aspects of recording and music is not easy, especially editing and putting shit together in the computer in the music editing programs, and also cutting movie editing as well. It's a different subject, and the big thing is to put them together and make a good production. So hopefully this will develop throughout the rest of the year and continue the next year. So that's my personal big thing in music.
If you want to be remembered for an album you have done in your career, which is and why?
My biggest disconcern, or what I reflecting almost 50 years old, is that I should make more albums in the past. I'm very sad I didn't, but the few I made, I think the most drumming perspective, maybe the second Soul Reaper album, the second one, and also Wolf. I made an album with, it's called The Black Flame in 2006. That's pretty, pretty good. I'm pretty proud of that. So yeah, those are the two records I'm really proud of. I mean, of course, Decameron, My Shadow from 1995. It's pretty good. I was only 19 or 20 at the time. But if I would pick one favorite album, it would probably be the second Soul Reaper album.
In your opinion, how many things are changing in the metal scene where you started from nowadays? And if you have an advice for who want to be a musician nowadays, how is it difficult?
Today is really difficult to tell a younger person who already know more than me probably about YouTube platform and some other publishing platforms, really. But if I would travel back in time and talk to myself when I was young, I would tell myself to practice more, have the correct mindset, make intelligent choices, because there is always so many choices when you're young. If you're talented, you got many options, and the chances, they come and they go. And if you say no to some projects and yes to others, maybe it's a good opportunity for that person. But anyway, I would tell them to do what you do, but do it 3 times more. To committed to do what you love, to be creative, to take chances, to do shit that you need to progress. Yeah, and have fun, be with the friends, drink beer in the rehearsal room until you vomit. It's okay. Don't worry too much about the other shit. If you have good material, somebody wants to watch you, then you publish it, not the other way around. I don't know. Keep your friends and choose your choose what you're gonna do. Choose wisely and do it with a big heart. Yes.
Thank you for your time. Thank you for staying here today.
Yeah, sure, no problem. Thank you for your interest.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.